Hi, I'm Pat Stewart, and I'm the farmer at Hames and Axel Farm. And I've been doing a lot of selling goats to new people this year. That happens every year, but a lot more than normal this year because of COVID. Um, and I've seen some things over my years that I put together in a book. But there's something happening in the last couple years that I haven't felt the need to put into a book, but I think now it might be worthwhile to say. Um, I had somebody come to the farm last month to pick up some baby goats, and when they showed up to pick them up, they didn't have a crate. Now, I've had people that showed up with other people to hold the babies, or they've had an area of their car blocked off. But these were people that just had two little goat kids sitting loose in the backyard in the back seat of the car. And I said, "You don't have a crate?" And they said, "No, we have harnesses." And I said, "Okay, I'm not sure how the harnesses will work, um, but you realize that the goats are going to bounce around. Oh, they'll just stay quiet in their harnesses." Now, I did see them put the little harnesses on the goats. They were dog harnesses, not goat harnesses. Um, and when they put them in the back of the car, I noticed that there were squeaky toys there. And I said, "You didn't buy those toys for the goats, did you?" And they said, "No." Well, yeah, I mean, everybody said just treat them like dogs. So we got them dog harnesses and dog toys. And it's like, they're not dogs. Um, and when I asked them who said that, they said the internet. So I want to talk back to the internet people and say, goats are not dogs. Goats don't eat what dogs eat. Goats don't have the same instincts that dogs have. Um, a goat will chew through through a harness really fast. And I don't want to see people spend the money to buy harnesses which are going to be outgrown in a week because goat kids grow so fast. Um, Even if you put the harnesses through a pet keeper for your dog with a seatbelt, those goats are still not going to be confined. They're also not going to stop peeing or pooping wherever they want to. Um, so when you go to pick up your goat kid, there's some things that I think you should know. Okay? One is bring a crate. If it's a wire crate and it's outside in the back of a pickup truck, wrap it with tarps. Um, and try to keep it loosely wrapped. It's going to billow a little bit, but the goats will chew at it until they lie down and relax. But you don't want the wind blowing directly on the goats, especially if you're traveling any kind of distance. Um, Before you bring your goat home, before you pick up the goat, make sure that the stall is ready. Don't think, "I'll get it ready once the goats are home." Because what are you going to do with the baby goats? You get them out of the out of the car, and you let them run loose. They don't know who you are. How are you going to get to them? So please get the bedding, get the food, get the hay, get the water bucket all ready before the goats come home. And then you can put the goats in the stall and you can stay with them and get to know them and they can get to know you and everybody's safe. But several times in the last couple of years, I've had people pull up in their minivans with a bag of shavings, a bag of grain, and a bale of hay, and whatever else they think they need to have for the goats in the back of the minivan, no crate. So the baby goats get to run loose and pee and poop and chew all over all the stuff that they bought for them. Um, Save your money, save your time. Please save your goats. Get all that stuff ready before you bring the babies home. And for those of us who are sellers and breeders like me, we need to do a better job of making sure that we have a checklist that we send to people before they pick their goats up. Of these are the things that you should have on hand. I'm going to be making that list up. If you want to see my list, I will put it on my webpage here. But There's a lot of people getting goats right now, and goats are a lot like dogs in that they form bonds and they do love you and they do care. They are your friends, uh, but they don't think like dogs, and they don't act like dogs, and they certainly don't act like cats, and they are their own beings. And as people who are going to be caretakers of them, it's our responsibility to know how to take care of them right. I see a lot of people kind of jumping into getting goats and not really thinking it all the way through. And if you're one of those people who's thinking of getting goats, I would ask yourself, do you want the baby goat or do you want the full grown goat? Because you're going to get the baby goat for a couple of months, and then you're going to get a full grown goat for a good long time. If you take good care of them, they're going to be with you for 10 years or more. Do you want that baby goat or do you want that goat friend? Because if you want the baby goat, go to a petting zoo and visit one. Don't break a goat's heart in about 9 months when you get tired of it and it gets to be cold and you don't want to do chores. With this COVID situation, people are getting animals because they have time and they're at home with them. But if they go back to work when this is all over, what's going to happen with those puppies and those kittens and those goat kids? So please think ahead of time, plan ahead of time. There's so much in the world that we can't be prepared for. This is one of those things we can be. So please, if you need more information, check out my webpage here or my Facebook page with more information on how to take care of goats, or send me an email at farm@hamsaxville.com. I'll be glad to help you where I can. I love goats. I love helping people take care of their goats. But I don't want you to have a goat if you're not going to take care of them right, because I love them too much. Okay? Thanks. Bye.